really slow, and they tend to die mid-upload of large files. So I'm just doing this screen capture just to document what's going on. So what we have here is a picture of the Earth as seen from Apollo, and it's a 6 megabyte file. And what I'm going to do is I've already downloaded this. I'm going to upload it to an FTP server I have on my DreamHost account, which is a server all the way out in California. And I'm going to do it once over my T-Mobile 3G hotspot, and another time connected directly via Ethernet into my FiOS router, so you could see the difference. So as you can see here, I'm on my T-Mobile 3G hotspot. So let's pull up this file. Here's that file downloaded here. I'm just going to drag it into this FTP window using CyberDuck, and we're going to just monitor how fast it takes it to do this. So I've dropped in the window. It's starting to transfer now. So you can see, there it goes. We're doing about, I don't know, 200K a second. So this 6 meg file is probably going to take anywhere from probably about 30 seconds to upload total. So there it goes. Piece of cake. And then once this finishes, I will delete the file from the server, and I will do this again using my FiOS connection instead of my T-Mobile connection. Right, so there it goes. 6.2 megabytes, all done. Cool. So I'm going to delete that from my FTP thing. Just for fun, I'll also do a speed check. So if I were to go to speedtest.net, this will give you an idea of what kind of speeds I'm getting over my T-Mobile hotspot. Even though they're not great, they're at least consistent and stable, unlike my FiOS connection at the moment. So we'll wait for this to load. My iMac's a little slow. It's kind of hard for it to keep up, I guess, with the video recording and loading speedtest.net, but there it goes. So even the speedtest.net, you can see I'm on T-Mobile USA network. Chrome's taking its sweet time. Flash is always a bear, but hey, what are you gonna do? Alright, so I'm gonna start the test now. I'm gonna let speedtest.net do its thing while I sit around in the background and yak. Alright, so it's going to do a ping, 74 milliseconds. It started doing the download, so I'm doing about almost a little more than 3.5 megabits down. And now it's going to go and do an upload speed test. And here we're doing about 1.64 megabits per second. So that's 3 megabits down and 1.6 megabits up on my T-Mobile connection. So I'm going to turn off the Wi-Fi, and I'm going to plug my Ethernet cable in. All right. So I have to wait for my FiOS router to pick up the Ethernet connection, and there you go. So actually I'm just going to reload this page. I'm connected on my FiOS now. So it should show that down here in the left corner. So I'm no longer on T-Mobile USA, that I'm on Verizon, based on my IP address. Loading. What's funny is the download speeds are just fine. They're about what I would expect. So here I am on Verizon FiOS, as you can see there. And once this loads up, you'll see the download speeds are terrific. It's just the upload speeds are very, very poor, almost non-existent. It works just for browsing from web page to web page, but at any type of long upload, the upload connection just dies. it'll start trickling down, get closer to 0, and eventually it just times out and stops. So I don't know what the deal with that is. So we'll start the test now on FiOS. So again, this iMac is connected directly to the router, which is about a foot away from me. It's connected via Ethernet. So as you can see, I'm doing almost 60 megs down, which is great. Alright. And now it's time to do the upload speeds, or at least try to. It'll take a while for it to actually start. So we're doing about 1.5 meg, even though I probably should be getting anywhere from 5 to 10 easily. 1.5 meg is pretty slow. So we're doing 1.6 megs. Alright, now what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to my FTP server, and I'm going to upload that file of the planet Earth that I downloaded from Wikipedia. Once it actually connects. Good. Alright, so we're connected now, so now I'm going to drag this into the FTP connection. And we're going to see what happens when I upload this 6 meg file. There you go. So now we're uploading it. As you can see, my actual upload speed here is plummeting. So this 6 meg file, even though I did okay on that speed test, I don't know what the deal is. It's not. It's dying. It's just going down, 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 and I don't think it seems to be the transfer. So the upload actually failed in this case. You know, I could go through this. It says everything's working fine. I could try doing it again, and we'll see what happens. Probably the same thing. So I'm dragging this file into CyberDuck here. It's going to say, do you want to overwrite it? I'll say continue. So it does like the first 96 kilobytes just fine. And then for whatever reason my FiOS connection just seems to choke. So it's almost like, I don't know, it's clearly there's a problem somewhere. Yeah. Alright, so the upload failed. Couldn't muster it. One of the other sites that I like to use to test this stuff is, let me get that away, testmy.net. And they have a nice upload speed test thing. So I can take their upload test and just test the upload portion of it. So now if I do the smart test, so this usually happens, it gets right up to 55% really easily, and then the rest of it just creeps along ever so slowly. What it's supposed to do is it's supposed to just keep uploading larger and larger files until we have an upload for 5 seconds. And as you can see, nothing is really happening at the moment. Looks like it tried to restart the upload. If I'm lucky, it'll finish. I don't think I'll be so lucky this time. Come on, you can do it. Nope, looks like it's just stalling. So yeah, I guess this usually happens when it's prime time. 'Cause it's almost 9 o'clock here on the East Coast. at the time that I'm doing these tests. So that pretty much gives a brief overview of my FiOS problem. I don't know what happened. FiOS used to work just fine, and all of a sudden one day something happened and my upload speed went to crap. So there you go.